All right, what's up, guys? Thursday, the 25th, and it's been very much a back and forth market. Therefore, I'm doing some back and forth trading. I've had a few shorts. A couple worked, a couple did not work. We bought a call butterfly on the SPX on Tuesday, and we took a little profit out of that yesterday. We bought some calls on Apple yesterday, sold those for a profit this morning, and then tonight we had some earnings, Microsoft and the Google. So Microsoft is up about 20 bucks here in the after hours. Much, much better than Meta. And Google's up about 20 bucks as well. Now, Google had that good-looking daily squeeze. And with that gap up tomorrow, that should fire to the upside at the open. So Tesla gaps up, Meta gets spanked, Google and Microsoft gap up. And now the question is, are the bulls back? Are the bulls back in action? And I think, if anything, it's a little bit too early to call for that. Reason being, the S&Ps, the QQQ, the IWM, and the Dow Jones, they're under their daily 21 EMA, and they've all got a sell signal. As long as that's the case, tough to think the bulls are back in action. They can take it a bit higher. You can look for a day trade, 15-minute, 30-minute hourly squeeze. But as far as the bigger picture path of least resistance, under that 21, with a daily sell signal, it ain't too bullish. So for the NQ here, I think the level of the break would be about 18,100. If they can get it back above that 21, get it back above that 50, cancel out that sell signal, and then try to stabilize things, that should put the bulls back in better standing. And then on the S&P futures here, same scoop, the same scoop. Big 3 score of -4. The structure is bearish. We got the sell signal, and I think you're looking at about 5180 to 5200. If they can get it through that 21, through that 50, stabilize it, cancel out that sell signal, then the bulls might take back control of the wheel. Otherwise, we had a daily squeeze back here. She fired short, and now you're popping back towards big resistance. If they can't get it back above the 50, we are liable for another flush lower. And then next week we got earnings for Apple and Amazon. So Apple here, it's not a great looking chart. Big 3 score of -6. Structure is bearish. And you got that under the 21, under the 50, under the 200, and under that trailing stop. So we'll see what's up with earnings there. And then for the Zon, the big Amazon, not the greatest. Under the trailing stop, under the 50, under the 21. We've got the early sell signal and a -1 here on the big 3 score. So my thinking is, S&P's in the QQQ, below that daily 21 with the sell signal, the spot to get long, that's going to be on a lower time frame. A good example here would be Tesla. Let me tweak this here real quick. Settings, equities. All right, so Tesla. When the market's a bit more bearish, the structure, the signals are a bit more bearish, the clarity, so to say, for a push higher, you can find that on your lower time frame. So a good example here was Tesla. You had a 15-minute squeeze here today. We had the slingshot signal. You got the fresh momentum hook, and they take that higher to the tune of about $5 or $6. It's not a great-looking weekly chart. It's not a great-looking daily chart. But if you can find a good-looking 5-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute hourly, I think until things change, that's pretty much your plate of opportunity for a move higher. And then Apple's pretty similar here into tomorrow. On our lower time frames, we've got a 1 hour, 30-minute, 15-minute, and a 5-minute buy signal. We had a 15-minute squeeze back here. That fires to the upside. And now we got a 30-minute squeeze setting up. It's not a great-looking weekly chart. It's not a great-looking daily chart. That's a pretty good looking 30-minute. Structure is bullish. You got the squeeze, you got the buy signal, and we got an 8 out of 12 here on the big 3 score. So again, even if our daily charts are a bit busted, until they fix that plate of opportunity for a push higher, whether you're looking to sell a put credit spread, buy some calls, a debit spread, whatever the case may be, drill down to a lower time frame, find your clarity on that lower time frame. Let's go take a look here at NVIDIA. Any squeeze action for NVIDIA? We've got a 1 hour. It's a little bit neutral. We are getting a early buy signal. What about AMD? That's a little bit more like it. So 15-minute squeeze, 15-minute buy signal. So that's an A+ setup. On the 30-minute, good looking 30-minute squeeze. So even though AMD has a daily sell signal, 15-minute, 30-minute charts, they line up in a squeeze, they crank out that buy signal, they can trigger a decent push higher. I don't think you're looking for a multi-week kind of move, but a move towards 157, 158 might not be asking for too much. And then SMCI, anything over here, a 5-minute, a 1 hour, and a 2 hour. 1 hour chart is a bit neutral. But for now, my friends, that is my thinking. If I'm getting long, I'm getting long on a lower time frame. I've got to anchor to a lower time frame squeeze. I've got to anchor to a lower time frame buy signal. And then all the while, respecting the fact that until things change, the Dow, the IWM, the S&Ps, the QQQ, they are under daily resistance with a daily sell signal. If they can cancel out that sell signal, get it back above that 21, back above that 50, the bulls might be back in action. If they can't do that, then any given day now, we are liable for another flush lower. So as always, thank you for watching. Hope that all makes sense. Keep an eye on Apple and Amazon earnings next week, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Adios.